Hi. Uh, I do love a nice cigar. I really do. Anyway, my name is Craig J. Davis, and welcome to my channel. That is now my phrase for every time I start a video. I've been smoking. I've been smoking a cigar from the Dominican Republic. Apparently, these were the cigars that Winston Churchill used to smoke. We shall defend them on the islands, we shall defend them on the beaches, we shall grow, we shall fly with growing strength in the air, we shall defend our island, no matter what the cost may be, we shall never surrender. Yeah, anyway, I'm here, I'm been smoking a cigar, I'm drinking a Polish beer in a Carling glass. I know that is just so wrong now. Drinking a Polish beer in a Carling glass, that is just wrong. The beer I've been drinking, and the beer I'm drinking is this. Pura. It's I don't know if you can see that. 7.6%. And I just thought I would make another video about how I feel about all this shit that has now been happening in my once great island nation, Great Britain. Great Britain used to be a symbol of freedom. We had democracy in those days. But now, without the consent of the British people, a totalitarianism state, is that how you pronounce it? Totalitarianism or communism. Anyway, a totalitarianism state has now been enforced onto us all without consulting any British person about what is happening. But the rules are just also so confusing. I can go into work, yeah? I want to show my cigar because it's awesome. I can go into work and I'm a bit drunk, and I can go, this is where it's confusing. I can go into work, right, where I am mixing with other people outside my own household, yet when I come home, I cannot go and visit my neighbour who just lives around the corner from me, who lives on his own. What is that about? If I go to the pub, right, I can only go to the pub on my own or from someone else from my own household, which is my father. But yet, if I go to the pub on my own, I am talking to other people in the pub anyway, who are outside of my household. Can you see where the confusion is? Right? If you didn't understand what I said, I'll say that again. The new rules are, I cannot mix with other people outside of my own household unless I'm in work. Why I'm exempt there, I don't know. right? If I go to the pub, I cannot invite friends or family outside of my own household. Yet I can go to the pub on my own. But there's other people in the pub anyway. So what difference does it make? There's no fucking social distances. There's no social distancing in pubs. I don't care how much they try and reinforce it. You cannot social distance in pubs because what happens? People are drinking and they eventually forget about the rules or they don't care and they're like, oh, sorry, let's get together, let's have a few drinks, let's have a laugh. And speaking of that, from what I've been told, right, in Scotland, a good friend of mine told me, in Scotland, and I know the rules in Scotland, these oppressing rules that we all now have to endure. In Scotland, it's even worse. You're not even allowed to go outside the house. And from what I've been told, alcohol is no longer served in pubs. Speaking of alcohol, let me have a swig of this. Right? There's no alcohol allowed in pubs. Well, with all due respect, if alcohol is no longer allowed to be served in pubs, then it's not a pub, is it? And if alcohol is no longer served in pubs, then there's no point in going to the pub. You might as well drink it in the house, or isn't that allowed in Scotland either? And what I dread is that the things that are now happening in Scotland, it's only a matter of time before they start happening here in Wales and also in England. In fact, I'm surprised it hasn't happened in England first, because that's where the main politicians are, because we've got the Houses of Parliament in Westminster in London. That is a nice Polish beer. That's why I'm glad. This is, in a way, I'm glad we got Poles here. I'm glad we got Polish people here, because they brought over their own beer, and they have, and they're very similar to us. I mean, the Brits and the Poles are both Europeans. We both drink alcohol and we both smoke. I don't know if they all smoke cigars, but probably, because it's no matter what nation you meet, there's always got to be someone who smokes cigars, isn't there? But yeah, but the point is, people, I really. I really am depressed about what is happening here. But it's more than just a depression. I'm not just depressed. I am disturbed about what's happening. We can't go and visit family. We can't go and visit friends. But what's even more disturbing is that all of this has been enforced onto us without any British person being consulted about all this. And apparently all of this is over a virus. Despite the fact that we've always had viruses, right? Despite the fact that we've always had germs. Influenza has killed thousands of people every year, as it has done every year for thousands of years. Why didn't we have all these restrictions then? See, it's these rules, and it's these rules that contradict each other that makes me question, does this virus exist? Because if this virus exists, it's very intelligent, isn't it? Because in England and Wales, pubs now have to close at 10 p.m. Why 10 p.m.? Why specifically 10 p.m.? Why not 8 p.m. or 11 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever? Why 10 p.m.? So if this virus exists, it's intelligent and it has a conscience. It knows that it cannot enter any pub until after 10 p.m. Isn't it? Because with what the rules are saying, that's what's going on. But see, what these politicians, they have not got a brain cell between them, right? They could not make a piss up in a brewery. Because before I remember this, right? Before 2005, pubs had to shut at 11 p.m. An hour after to what's happening today, right? Pubs could only close after 11 p.m. All pubs all around the country. Everyone then was chucked out onto the streets. And what happened? You had all drunk people out on the streets at the same time, and there was trouble. There was violence, and people were pissed off because they wanted to drink more. The police had to get involved, and blah, blah, blah. There was mayhem. And that's why then, after 2005, the laws changed in pubs, where it was up to the landlord when they could close. Pubs could stay open 24/7 if they wanted to. And then it wasn't a problem. Let me briefly explain. If a pub can close at any time, right? Say if you got a local pub and it closes at 2 a.m. Now, unless you're a student, as far as I'm concerned, there's not a lot of people who like to stay out until 2 a.m. drinking. The majority of people are then home by then, either in bed or if they are drinking, they're drinking at home, right? So in pubs, if a pub closes at 2 a.m., it's not a problem. So if you got a punter who goes into a pub at 9 p.m., then they can choose to go home at whatever time. Say if it comes up to 11 o'clock, it's like, okay boys, it's 11 o'clock, I've been here since 9, I've had enough, I'm going home. And then it worked. People then could go home when they wanted to, whenever they felt that they wanted to. But now they can't do that, because then it closes at 10 p.m. The politicians of today have not learned from history. The reason why pubs stopped closing at 10 p.m. or when I was a youngster at 11 p.m. because they knew of the troubles. But we got idiots in power. We got it, and I'm trying not to swear because I'm trying to tame my tongue as a Christian. But yeah, anyway, I'm just not happy with what's going on. I don't like what this country has become. I can't even go to the pub anymore, because now if you go to the pub, you can't go to the bar. You got to sit down and wait to be served. It's a pub, not a restaurant. And I'm not blaming the bartender. I'm not blaming the landlord. Of course not. They have to obey the rules the same as everyone else. But tell you what, things can't carry on the way they are. There's going to be a revolution. It's going to happen. I mean, it's been happening now. But what I mean is, it's going to be eventually a day is going to come where there's going to be a revolution, as it was at the time of Oliver Cromwell, who rebelled against Charles I. And the same is going to happen here. I'm not saying Boris Johnson is going to be beheaded. No, of course not. We've gone past that. But what I can say is, there's going to be a time when he's going to be put on trial for crimes against humanity, against human freedom. Anyway, please comment, please subscribe. Sorry, bit of cigar leaf. Please comment, please subscribe, and please don't hesitate to hit the like button. Thank you, and God bless you all in Jesus' precious name. Amen.